1.8 pounds, wearing blue trunks with red and white trim. He brings a perfect record into the ring. 6 wins, no defeats. 2 of those victories coming by way of knockout. From Topeka, Kansas, by way of Dodge City, Kansas, Reyes Sanchez. Introducing out of the red corner, he weighed in at 159.2 pounds, wearing white trunks with gold and black trim. He too brings a perfect record into the ring. 2 victories, no defeats. Both victories coming by way of knockout. From Las Vegas, Nevada, the legend lives on. Nico Walsh.
Sparkle Lee, the referee for Ali Walsh and Sanchez.
You got your mouthpiece? You got his mouth. Get his mouthpiece in first. You're ready to receive instructions. Obey my commands. Protect yourself all times. Touch gloves. Good luck, guys.
Joe Tessitore ringside with Andre Ward and Tim Bradley. Dre, we have watched the development of Nico Ali Walsh. He himself would say he's realistic about where he is. Sugar Hill Stewart, his trainer, said the priority now, keeping the left hand up and understanding distance.
You ready?
Yeah, you got to move him slow. You know, I know he has the big last name, and there's a lot of excitement about him, but you got to move him slow because he hasn't had a lot of amateur experience. He does get hit a lot, and if he's going to keep this train going and keep everybody interested in what he's got going on in his professional boxing career, like he said earlier, he can't lose, especially by knockout. So move him slow, give him time to develop.
Tim, the one thing that Ali Walsh does have that comes very natural to him is a right hand.
He does, you know, and Ali, I mean, that's the Crunk style, Tess. The right hand. You know, you go back to the days of Hearns, he had a right hand. You know, he's already adopted, has a signature right hand from Crunk.
Come on, guys, get out. Right. Step back, step back.
Last fight was October 23rd in Atlanta. Nico won by 3rd round TKO. That was against James Wesley. Sanchez is a 5-year pro. Has been fighting only occasionally in recent years. And one fight in 2019. Didn't fight during the pandemic in 2020.
No holding. Come on.
This is his 2nd fight of 2021.
Look, Tess, I noticed right away Ali Walsh is not bouncing around like he usually is. He's not on his toes. He's kind of sitting down now in front.
Well, that was something you brought up when we saw him last time, is you thought he was bouncing too much. And you had a conversation with him about that yesterday.
I did in the fighter meeting. You know, they said, when is the right time to bounce? I said, well, you got to know the right distance. And sometimes when you're retreating, nice right hand right there from Ali Walsh. You got to know when to bounce. And anytime your opponent gets near you, you want to stop that bounce.
Sanchez with a right lead. Opening himself up that time, throwing the hook.
You could tell that Ali Walsh and his team, they want to be more cautious to avoid getting hit with those hands. And right now, Reyes Sanchez is not putting up much of a fight, but you see that that's what Ali Walsh is working on. He's trying to be mindful to not be over anxious.
Driving down a right hand. As Sanchez dipped to his right, stayed in the path of that punch.
And Ali Walsh is missing that right hand, and you hear Sugar Hill saying body, body, meaning if you're missing up top because he's ducking, hit him down low.
Easier target. Doesn't move as much. The upper body movement from Sanchez as we close out round number 1. 3rd pro fight of Nico. Fight card in what they call the big room, the big arena here at MSG in 2 years. And it opens up with the national audience with the name Ali. See in the first round, a 14-6 connect advantage for Nico.
Stop. Come on. Guys, gotta do it.
See, that's the distance management that Ali Walsh is still trying to learn. You know, he loads up with his right hand, and he's a bit too close, so he smothers his right hand. He needs to find the proper range, and you find that range with your jab. He doesn't have to step in as far as he thinks he has to.
It's also making things harder for Ali Walsh because Sanchez is just giving him all kind of different unorthodox looks, and he can't really settle down and line the right hand up. And he's got to learn to make those adjustments as well. You're not going to face a fighter who stands up and looks you eye to eye and makes it easy for you. Sometimes you got to make the adjustments, and that's what Sugar Hill is asking for. The right hand to the head isn't working, so start hitting him down low and then come back to the head with the right hand.
Double jab and a right hand from Ali Walsh.
And to your point, every time he shoots the right hand, Sanchez dips down. So what's available? The uppercut.
Not something we've really seen in his arsenal early on.
See, that's the perfect opportunity right there for Ali Walsh to throw the uppercut right up the middle.
Let him go. Let him go.
Oh, Sanchez got a nice little uppercut in the middle on Ali.
There's a body shot. Right hand goes to the body from Nico Ali Walsh.
Get out here. Come on. Right. Step back. There you go.
Right hand to the body from Sanchez. These stages of development early on in a pro fighter's career, they can be massive leaps. There can be huge learning moments. Dre, he said to us yesterday, Nico did, he said, boy, that fight in Atlanta, that was back in October. He says, it feels like it was so long ago now. I learned so much in terms of just the mental aspects of the game.
Yeah, he's had a lot of gym work with his coach and with his team, so I'm sure it did feel like it was a long way away. It's tough when you have a young fighter like this who has limited experience, who had a somewhat of a late start in the sport. You can't throw too much at him. You want to give him one or two things.
There's a right hand.
Right there.
Big right hand comes in from Nico Ali Walsh. Sanchez is trying to hold on. 6-0 fighter gets backed up against the ropes. Closing moments here in round 2, and he survives it.
Ali Walsh being a real pro right here, shooting the jab, getting caught, but still delivering his right hand right over the top. As you can see, Sanchez squinting, getting prepared to be hit by the right hand.
And then Sanchez comes out here and opens up the third round just saying, you know what, I'm going to throw some overhand rights and see what comes of it.
And he landed a few.
I'm not going to lie, this is great matchmaking right here, especially at this stage in Ali Walsh's career. Great matchmaking. You know, he's getting the proper resistance. You're able to see some of the flaws that Ali Walsh has, and something he can go back, if he wins this fight, go back to the drawing board and work on doing training.
Keep your punches out. Come on, let him go.
Ali Walsh is also getting his win back because he threw a lot of punches in that last sequence. He's getting hit with his kryptonite, which is the right hand right now. And Sanchez is taking full advantage of Ali Walsh being on the ropes.
This is so good. He's squared up on the ropes. You don't want to be squared up on the ropes. You need to use that back leg as an antenna. Ali Walsh has a lot to learn. She's okay.
Come on, guys. Come on. Box out here. Come on.
He needs to get himself off the ropes and get himself back in the center of the ring.
Sanchez doing the right thing, just pressing, smothering, not giving Ali Walsh the opportunity to be comfortable and to land the big right hand that he likes to land because he needs space to do it. So good sequence, good round and a half for Reyes Sanchez.
Look at Sanchez landing that overhand right. Can't miss with it, Drake.
Kid likes to fight, doesn't he? We had a great visit with him yesterday. This is a guy who has a full-time job. He's a robotic programmer in a construction equipment company. He's a husband, he's a father, but he's obsessed with boxing. Obsessed.
Come on, let us go. Come on.
Got to get those hands up, don't you? Some defensive flaws we're seeing here in round number 3.
Sanchez landing flush shots.
He's getting tested. Yes, he is. He's getting tested. He's breaking down. He needs to keep his form, though. You got to stay behind your technique. Ooh, nice shot right there from Sanchez.
He's had some moments here in round 3, Dre.
Yes, he has. He figured it out. You got to press Ali Walsh. That's what you have to do. He stayed on the outside until he got hurt. In this round, he came and executed. And I'm talking about Sanchez.
Good action in the 3rd round. Nice bounce back. 4th and final round. Nico Ali Walsh, 2-0, going up against 6-0 Reyes Sanchez.
Let's go.
See a lot of concern in the face of the trainer of Nico Ali Walsh, because he knows that last round was not a good round. And if Sanchez can follow up, he can land a big shot and he can hurt Ali Walsh.
Sanchez had a 25-13 connect advantage in that 3rd round after he was hurt in the final minute of the 2nd round.
Sanchez is an interesting guy, builds robots, but this is his dream too. He wins the night at the Garden. He has this forever.
No doubt about it. Let's check in with Bernardo Osuna.
Just spoke with Sugar Hill Stewart, and I asked him, how do you turn this around? He says, I asked him for everything here. He just needs to work, throw punches.
You can hear the corner encouraging him to just throw, to get in the work, let the hands go.
Come on. Box side here. Break, stop. Look at it. Come on.
Ali Walsh is not showing much right now. He can't be that tired from what has transpired in these first 3.5 rounds. He's got to show a little bit more bite down. He's shown it before in his last fight, so he has it, but he's got to show it right now.
Short left hook on the inside. Looking for that range and try to locate that right hand. Sanchez smothering him.
The burden that Ali Walsh is going to face every time he steps in the ring is every fighter is going to give them his best. Every fighter. They're going to fight above their head when they fight in Ali.
I'm from the school of you either have it or you don't have it. And right now, I don't think it's going to get any better than this than what we're seeing right now.
The jab right there from Sanchez.
It was. Ali Walsh was opened up. Sanchez filled that gap.
I mean, can I get just a simple jab from Ali Walsh? Just a nice stiff jab from the outside like that.
There it is, Tim.
Jeez, can I get more of that, please? It's a basic fundamental with boxing. Using your jab from the right distance.
Limited amateur pedigree for Nico Ali Walsh. He's been learning on the job since he signed with Top Rank and hooked up with Sugar Hill Stewart.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds here inside Madison Square Garden, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Alan Nace scores the bout 38-38. James Kinney, 40-36. Robin Taylor, 39-37. For your winner by majority decision, Nico Ali Walsh.
Nico Ali Walsh wins a majority decision. Alan Nace, Robin Taylor, scorecards seemed like they were in the right neighborhood. James Kinney gave it a sweep to Nico Ali Walsh, even though Sanchez in that 3rd round had 22 power punches to Ali Walsh's 8. Ali Walsh did the damage in the 2nd round when he had Sanchez hurt late over the course of that final minute. But it was a very good bounce back by Sanchez in that 3rd round, and Ali Walsh was absolutely tested tonight. Bernardo.
Nico, what did you learn about yourself tonight and what has to be the toughest fight of your young career?
You know, I learned a ton tonight. Obviously, I fought against a very well-matched opponent. He was 6-0. Great fighter. So, you know, alhamdulillah for my victory. All praise be to Allah, and I learned a lot tonight.
You're always going to get your opponent's best shot because they know what it means to beat Nico Ali Walsh.
Yes.
What could you have done differently because he was dipping away from your right hand all night?
Yeah, you know, he saw my right hand. Luckily, I saw his as well. So, you know, he was just a very skilled opponent, you know, and a lot of guys with 3 fights don't fight someone like him. But because my career has been fast-tracked due to my name and my grandfather, you know, I'm fighting these kind of opponents, but it's an honor to fight someone like Reyes Sanchez.
What does it mean to fight in this building where your grandfather, Muhammad Ali, fought 8 times and the fight of the century was 50 years ago?
You know, it's amazing. It's a piece of history just to be in here, you know, let alone fighting here. So it's been an amazing journey, this whole camp. It was the most strenuous camp that I've ever been a part of because I've been a part of several before I turned pro. So, you know, it's just I'm very honored and blessed to have this victory.
Boxing is not an easy sport, especially when you carry the pressure of that name. What are you going to go back and work on in the gym?
You know, there's a lot to work on. You know, I've got 3 fights as a professional fighter, so I want to work more on you know, my jab, my defense, being aggressive, being an offensive and defensive fighter.
Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you soon in 2022.
Thank you.
Joe, back to you.
Okay, 3rd win in the career of Ali Walsh. You see his mom, Rashida, there.